You want to show?
S to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L. It ain't.
We're running out of time. My life is running out of lifespan.
Vegas! Vegas, baby! Vegas!
Will you stifle your show?
S
Please.
to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L.
America, go to the YouTube right now.
Just press the damn button.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker.
What's
Phil
up, Roach?
Young.
You're listening to The Violator, and I'm live on Raider Fan Radio. Where you at, baby?
Ron, what's up, buddy? We are in the
We're running out
pre-show
of time. My life is running out of
of episode
lifespan.
163 of Raiders Fan
buddy
Radio.
Murf. He's not just
and
consistent,
Mosh
he's
is
a man of
testing
his
all
word.
the buttons. And Murf was testing the toilet.
Saddle
Hey,
up,
I
little
got a
buckaroos.
47-year-old bladder.
Raiders
to be
fans
addressing.
are for-
Yo, Full Metal Mexican.
What's up there, guys?
Mojo.
Mosh-
Daniel Mangus, what's up, buddy?
Mosh is hitting the freaking outro already.
Hey, Raider Nation, just want to say hello.
Mosh, how many buttons you got over there?
America, go to the YouTube right now.
Rico.
All right, should we get this thing kicked off here?
Yes, please.
Just press the damn button.
Okay. We're gonna hit the intro.
We got we got 20 people in here already. What's up, YouTube?
Except for me.
Except
Yeah,
for
he
Mosh.
ain't in there.
Yeah, Mosh can't get
He's
in
got
there.
nothing.
He got nothing. I got
having
nothing. All right, here we go. Let's kick it off. Episode number, what is this?
163 of Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, a leaking pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby. Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down. Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most seamless, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we hope to be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. This is RFR Live, episode number 163, here in Murf's Fan Cave, where we are practicing our social distancing and wearing our masks. And of course, you know, some of us as Raider fans, we got our masks all the time handy and ready to go.
Well, yeah.
So appreciate those of you that are joining us here live in Murf's Fan Cave. Tons of people in the chat already. Let's see. Ron the Materator, of course, the man that holds it down for us in there. Super Him, Full Metal Mexican, Roach, Mojo. What's up, Mojo? Daniel Mangus, Tampa Raider, Richie Cheddar, Raider Born Rico, Raider Ramon is in there. The Dakota Raider is in there. Man, can't scroll. Herman Munster, Greg Salas. Appreciate all of you joining us live here in Murf's Fan Cave. And you can do that each and every week by going to the YouTubes. America, go to the YouTubes.
America, go to the YouTube right now.
That's right. And look for us at youtube.com/.
But don't look for him anymore.
Oh, yeah, no. According to the president, that is very weird. Isn't that what it was? It was very weird, something like that. Anyways,
It's a weird deal.
Weird deal.
It's a
That's
weird
what it was.
deal.
A weird deal. Anyways,
We're into weird deals around here.
hey, so speaking of weird deals, I got two weird deals to my right. First off, the man that adorns the western annex of the Murph Fan Cave desk, and he is the one, the only, the unmatched, the legendary Uncle Mosh.
Hey!
What's up, Uncle Mosh?
Hey, my mask broke.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I just stuffed that coffee filters up my
Oh,
nose.
just got up your nose.
Yeah, I
yeah,
just like this
that's
much.
pretty good like that. Yeah. Oh, that's good, and that helps with nasal drip.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Gross.
Yeah.
It looks good, Mosh.
You think it works?
It prevents coronavirus, or if you get it, it helps with some of the symptoms, like the runny nose.
Yeah, like the runny nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. How you doing, Mosh?
I'm good.
You good? You going stir crazy yet from the old quarantine?
No. You know, this I was telling somebody just the other day. I said this is like a long weekend for me. Because I live out in the country.
You got the compound. You got the Mosh compound.
I'm at the Mosh compound, and so it's it's just me and the wife and the dogs anyway. And so it's nothing for me to sit on the porch in my underwear, all day long. And so it's been great. Now that the sun's been shining, I'm kind of digging it.
Nice.
I put my shoes on to drive to the mailbox and check my email, and that's it.
Because you got to go to the end of the driveway for internet.
Well, yeah. The only reason I've been getting dressed. I've been dressed 3 times, and that's just to come to the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
awesome.
I'm. I mean, it's just it is what it is.
Absolutely.
I'm social distancing. We have a scary little white minivan, and Kathy's
that's usually parked in front of a high school.
That's usually parked in front of. Actually, it's out back, but which makes it worse. And Kathy sits in the way back so that we practice our social distancing in the van.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me about that, and I said, well, actually she started that about 8 years ago. That way we don't have to talk to each other. When I used to travel a lot with school, I'd bring her with me, and they'd be like, why do you bring your wife all the time? And I'm like, that way I don't have to kiss her goodbye. So it's
nice.
like, yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's all the time.
That's sweet,
all the
Mosh.
time. So
That's
there you go.
Nice. Yeah, very cool. Right on. Well, hey, appreciate you being here, of course, and making the trek into town. And also to your right is the man that adorns the the southern annex of the western
Southern
annex.
annex of the western annex.
Of the Murf's Fan Cave desk. And that is my buddy, my best friend, Swag Jeff.
Yeah. What's up, fellas? Herman Munster says he's just here for Uncle Mosh.
Aw, Herm.
Well, yeah, and so I responded, me too.
Aw, Swags, the Swagination, Swagorama for you from last week. Franklin Delano Swagaville.
Oh, nice.
Swagtastic over there. How you doing tonight, Swaggo?
I'm wonderful.
We did a
Swagalicious.
We did a fun episode of RFR Rundown earlier today.
Yeah, we did.
So definitely go check that out. Go to the YouTubes or
go to YouTube.
Go to your audio podcast anywhere. We don't do that show on the YouTubes, but you can hear it on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
And that is the RFR Rundown. And man, you and I chopped it up big time on a bunch of
fun.
stuff today, right?
It was fun. It was good stuff. We talked a little bit about quarterback drafts. We talked about the logistics of the draft and more free agent stuff because we just love talking about that.
Absolutely. Good stuff there. Appreciate you, Swaggo. Double headers we're pulling here. In the
we double dip a little bit today.
That's right.
And you know what? And it's good because it gets my RFR juices flowing.
Nice. Get
you gotta flow, bro.
Yeah.
Gets us primed talking about the Raiders, man. Then we get a break. We get a pizza. We get a couple of cocktails, and then we're back on the air again.
So here's a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So Swaggy J, this is for you.
Okay.
Raider Ramon says, still no twits from Mosh. I tried to twit.
You did?
Yeah. I tried to twit. I couldn't get to my account. I'm having a twit issue.
You are.
I need you to help me. I need you to give me some lessons on my Twitter.
You want me to twit it for you?
Mosh puts the IT in twit.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's so fun. All right, yeah, Mosh, we'll get you hooked up with IT here in a little bit.
I don't know what I'd say. I just want to be able to do it.
Well, yeah. Absolutely. Okay. We got a lot of love on Twitter going on this week, too. A lot of cool stuff going on social media, and including some stuff we're going to get to in just a little bit. So appreciate joining us live. As I mentioned, all the folks in the chat room, and you can join them. The chat room, the best chat room in Raider Nation, the most fun, the guys that know most and gals that know most about football, and we appreciate you joining us every week. And you can do that at youtube.com/Murf's Fan Cave. That is MURFS Fan Cave. And please subscribe. I feel like I say this every week, we had our highest watched show in terms of the live show. So please, those of you that are joining us, that are new to the show, I know we have many new listeners and new viewers every week. While you're there, do us a solid. Hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Hit the bell. Smash the bell, as the kids say.
No, they don't.
I don't think kids say that, buddy.
No, they've never. I work with kids every day. Maybe your kids said it.
I'm pretty sure they say.
But only because you told them the kids say that.
Yeah. You're like, kids, if you want to be cool, listen to me.
Listen, yeah, that's what the kids say.
Because,
I know, but
you know me.
I'm
me
hip.
and me and Cody, we're heads of the Vanilla Steering Committee, and the kids say smash the bell.
I'm hip, man. I know what's up.
Oh yes, I'm down with it. Let me drop it like it's warm.
Mosh, that's so dope. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, so so hang on, I got some more bars to spit here, as the kids say.
Hey, you know what? Can I say this?
Kids do say that.
I was
See,
trying.
that's what I'm saying. I'm with it, guys.
No, you're not. I was trying to type, but my fat fingers. I got like, look, this is what it came out. I just posted it.
Yeah.
It says glowing goblack of his name. I wanted to mention. I was trying to say that we got people from Scotland and the Canary Islands.
Yeah, in the chat, and we have a very UK-centric email set.
Yeah, we do.
Going mobile.
Yeah, good stuff there. So I appreciate all of you that are joining us each and every week, as I mentioned. Okay, so when you subscribe to us on the YouTubes, or if
America, go to the YouTube right now.
Or if you subscribe to our audio podcast, which you can find on any podcast service, just look for Murf's Fan Cave, MURFS Fan Cave. You subscribe, you get a whole bunch of shows there. Right now, we're running big time with Mojo's Pod Show. Congratulations to Mojo Pod Show, and it's doing great things. And you can find the RFR Rundown, which Swaggo and I recorded an episode of earlier today. And then you find this show, RFR Live. And speaking Swaggo,
yes,
the
sir.
Fan Cave list of shows and Mojo's Pod Show, we got some news on the draft. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, we've got a fun thing coming up. We're cooking up. It's going to be the end of April, draft day, day one. Myself, Murf, Mojo, and Raider Dave from the Grimy Podcast. We are all going to be coming together and just having a virtual draft party, and it's going to be so much fun.
What
I cannot
day is
wait. April 23rd.
Third, right? Is that the first day of the draft? 23rd through
day one of the draft.
Are you guys just going the first day?
Yeah,
probably
we'll have
so.
other stuff to follow up, but that's the live thing. We're going to basically be on for the entirety of the first round.
From what time to what time?
I think we decided 4 o'clock.
I think
like
4 o'clock, probably until.
So we'll probably go a few minutes before, just to warm up, say, hey, we're here, blah, blah, blah. And then, maybe 3:45 or something, just kick in and idle chit-chat, make some predictions.
Yeah. And it's Mojo's Pod Show, so there will be partaking happening. So we could be on until midnight.
Yeah, so we'll be on. So we'll be on Mojo's show. We'll be on his channel.
Yes, Mojo just said 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay, so we're gonna pull the audio then from Mojo's Pod Show, and that will run on the Murf's Fan Cave, the audio podcast. If you want to watch live, you want to watch the video, go check out our buddy Mojo, and just search Mojo's Pod Show. And I believe he's just shy of his goal of having 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, he's like 65 away or something like that. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And we give away stuff when we get to 2,000. So when you subscribe to the Murf's Fan Cave channel, we're gonna give away some silly stuff like a shirt that we autograph, and maybe some couple things here from around the fan cave and out of Swag's inventory. But for him, he's giving away like an autographed Derek Carr helmet. He's giving away an autographed Jonathan Abram jersey. Like
way better stuff than ours.
Way better stuff than ours. So definitely go check out Mojo's channel and support us that way as we barrel into the draft. And we got a lot of good draft talk and on the rundown this week. If you want to hear us get into the weeds on the league, on the team, on positioning, we finally dig into that trade value chart. Like lots of if you want to nerd out about some football, that's where we do it. We do it on the RFR Rundown. And so definitely go check that out. And so that way we make room tonight on RFR Live so we can just play and have a good time with you, Raider Nation. All right, so this is 163, as I mentioned, and we always take our episode number and match it up against something that's significant within Raider Nation. And the man that does that is Swag Jeff. Swaggo, what you got this week?
That's right. Well, you're going to have to give me the floor for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I need a minute because this is a long one.
Well, I'm going to push back from the mic.
Yeah. Just sit back and relax. So episode number 163, we're going to go back to the year 1966. 1966, and we're going to talk about everyone's favorite running back, number 36, Clem Daniels. Clem Daniels, Pro Bowl and All-Pro season 1966, 204 rushes for 801 yards for 7 touchdowns, and 40 receptions for 652 yards and 3 touchdowns. And that season, he averaged 16.3 yards per reception.
Ah,
there you go.
Nice.
There you go. There you go. But you know what? I'm not done. Since I have the floor.
You've got the floor.
We're going to talk about another number that's very important to me.
Okay.
Very important to me, and that is 4/10/19. The date was April 10th, 2019. 2 days from now. Episode number 126 of Raiders Fan Radio. That is the day that I became a Raider fan.
Oh, nice. That's the day you gave yourself over to Al Davis.
The day that I joined the rowdiest, loudest, silver and black wearing family. The day I learned that there's only one nation, Raider Nation. The day that I tossed aside a two-tone blue hat with flames on it and donned a shield on my dome that symbolizes more than 53 men, more than a coach, more than a GM, more than a man named Davis, but a way of life. The day I gained brothers and sisters in the black hole. The day that changed me. The day that made me hate everything and anything with a lightning bolt on it and the color powder blue. The day that made me hate My Little Ponies, the Kentucky Derby, John Elway, Sarah Jessica Parker, and anything else that resembles a donkey.
Oh, Lord. Sarah Jessica getting caught up in the crossfire there. Oh, no.
The day that made me hate ketchup and mustard stains, anything with anything with an arrow in it, Kermit the Frog, angry fat Kool-Aid man with mustaches and glasses on the tips of their noses, and the Texas Tech Red Raiders for having Raiders in their name, but producing a Muppet-sounding, mac and cheese-loving little twerp that wears a 15 on a red jersey. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the day was April 10th, 2019, the day that Swag Jeff was born.
Nice.
Besides the day that I was saved by my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, the day I married my best friend and beautiful wife, the days that my daughter and son were born, it was the greatest day of my life. Oh, wait. My job is always to bring it back to episode numbers and all that stuff. So episode 163, how am I going to do this? Oh, that's easy. Since that day, I have made 163 purchases on NFLshop.com. I own 163 Raider hats, shirts, and jerseys. I have spent 163 minutes picking out swag at the Raider image. I have yelled Raiders 163,000 times, and I am here now on episode number 163 of RFR Live with my two best friends, Murf and Uncle Mosh. So thank you guys for jumping me into the dark side almost 1 year ago to the day, and thank you for welcoming me into Raider Nation. It's been one hell of a ride, and I can't wait to be standing by your side with no voice as we lift our 4th Lombardi trophy.
Ah,
Swaggy J.
Salud, my friend. Awesome
that was so
job,
good.
Jeff. Good stuff,
Thank you,
man.
thank you.
I'm just glad you listen.
Well, yeah.
You do good. You do good,
absolutely.
Swagster.
Right
Except
on.
you had one mistake, bro.
Oh, Mosh
What's that,
calling
buddy?
him out on his
I
anniversary.
got to call you out on this.
Okay.
163 minutes shopping for Raiders gear.
That was just the one day.
That's shy of 3 hours.
Oh no! You spent 3 hours day one at the Raider image, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that was
Maybe.
just that one day that we went there.
Oh, okay. So, okay, good. All right.
Yeah, I've only been to the Raider image one time. I've shopped their website like 163.
163 times.
Yeah.
For 163
Oh
minutes
yeah.
each.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. All right, boys and girls, pay attention. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Take out a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen. Heck, use your pocket knife and carve the info into your dashboard as you're driving down the highway. First off, you need to like us on our fan page on Facebook. That's right. Go to Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. Don't forget about the Twitter. You know your old Uncle Mosh, he twits now. That's right. Go to at Raiders Fan Radio. Also, don't forget the Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about our website? That's right, RaidersFanRadio.com. Heck, if you want to, you can even email us, show@RaidersFanRadio.com, or call us on the Raiders Fan Radio hotline, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Don't forget Murf's Fan Cave on the YouTube, where you can get all the show links like the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Find all our stuff on podcast providers like Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play. All right, did I hit the time limit?
That's right, guys. Hey, we've got a lot of people in the chat. We've got Jeff Murphy, our buddy from Domenico's.
What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, who was taking bets on the over-under for how long it was going to take you to interrupt me. And the over-under was 45 seconds.
Oh, well, you know what? I decided because I saw the skit in the pre-show, and I said, "Nah, man, this is too good."
Yeah, well, yeah,
it was too good.
Absolutely. But we got Mojo in there, Chucktown Raider, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Raider-born Rico, Ron the Mater Raider, Raider Jeff, Daniel Menges, the whole gang's in here, guys.
Awesome, man. Appreciate everybody joining us and on the YouTubes. And so Jeff Murphy, also the of course the proprietor there of Domenico's, our favorite deli, and
it's not just our favorite; it's the best deli east of the Mississippi.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And also, so Alameda High School, all-time passing leader there for Alameda High School, and also MTSU Blue Raider quarterback.
Yeah.
So
right.
how's this for a segue? So we have a story about MTSU. Now, this isn't directly Raiders related, but bear with us on this one because at the top of our show,
cool, man.
This is just cool. So at the top of our show, we always like to give respect. We don't do props. We don't do shout outs. Nothing wrong with those things. We like to give respect around here, right? So we're going to give respect to Steph Curry, who obviously Warriors future Hall of Famer. He's got a unique connection with an MTSU being the Blue Raiders, our local school here where we live, where Jeff Murphy was the quarterback. He's got a unique connection to a wide receiver at MTSU, being Middle Tennessee State University, the Blue Raiders, if you will. And so Zach Dobson, wide receiver there, has a connection to Steph Curry in that they met a handful of years ago at the ESPY Awards. Zach's brother heroically sacrificed himself in a active shooter situation at a party in Knoxville, Tennessee, where they are from. And he shielded some girls that were at the party and sacrificed his own life to protect them. And through that heroic feat, they honored him at the ESPY Awards. So at the ESPY Awards, Zach, wide receiver for MTSU, was there and met Steph Curry. So here we fast forward a few years later, and Zach, like many of us, are looking for ways to connect to people through different, media outlets and various websites and whatnot. And he's on Instagram Live, which people do all the time, right nowadays. And so he's on Instagram Live, and who pops into his feed is Steph Curry. And this is the coolest thing. And this just touched my heart because it's so cool that like somebody as high profile as Steph Curry would reach out to somebody like Zach. And this is the kind of deal that, sometimes celebrities can take themselves a little too seriously, can take themselves a little bit greater than maybe what's necessary. This is the kind of things that when celebrity, touches, those regular folks like us, whatever, that this is the kind of good that they can build. And just listen to the excitement around Zach and his friends. And man, this was cool. So I hope you dig it. Again, it's not directly Raiders related. It's Blue Raiders related, and it's Warrior related.
He's back. I swear to God, he back. He back. I don't know. We going live with Curry right now. We going live. It's waiting for Steph Curry. We going live.
Yo.
We are live. What's up, bro?
What's happening?
Is that wifey?
Good, bro?
Is that wifey?
Hey, we following you though. I know.
Okay.
I know you been doing your thing.
I gotta make it. I got Curry
all day.
How y'all been? How the fam? How the kids? How everything?
Everybody's. Yeah, that's a good point. Everybody's sleep, which is a win for us. But we doing good though. We enjoying the time. You doing all right though?
Yeah, I'm good. I just been chilling. Well, now I've been chilling. I mean, I took me a little rest. I need to get back on my grind. I've been playing.
Absolutely, you deserve a little rest, but you definitely gotta keep keep the foot on the pedal though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, the ceiling. What MJ said back in the day? The ceiling is the roof. The ceiling is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof,
bro. You better. All that means. Absolutely. Ever since we met, was that 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I think 4.
It is 4 now. Damn.
I got a little bro on the wall.
I see him. That's amazing. On the arm and on the wall, that's amazing. So that's it. Meet you, your brother, your mom, 4 years ago. All love. We rooting for you, bro. I saw your name pop up and I had to say what's up.
That's crazy. Hey, that's love for real. Hey, you real. For real.
I had to say what's up, bro. So, we rooting for you, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. That's love.
Yes,
bro.
sir. I love. I'll holler at you.
All right, bro. Good night.
Yes, sir.
One.
That's so cool.
That's bro. Bro! I'm done. No, I got 8,000 views.
That's like us after a show.
Yeah.
We got 3,000 views. Oh man, so appreciate Zach Dobson, appreciate Steph Curry, man. That's so good. Mosh, isn't that cool?
Oh, that's
Like, I
amazing.
just
That's
love-
so amazing.
It's so fun to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And-
I love it, man. And you can just hear the excitement in that kid's voice, man.
yeah, right?
Jeez,
Yes.
that was great.
Yeah, super cool. So Zach Dobson, man, he's actually quite the playmaker for MTSU. He's a shorter guy for a wide receiver. He's like 5'8", but he's a junior. He's going into his senior year. You never know. We could see that guy playing in the league one day. You never know. He's pretty dynamic as a player. So, anyways, rooting for him and appreciate both of those guys. And
So
that was fun.
the chat is going wild. The
Okay.
chat is going wild because the Full Metal Mexican has asked Swag Jeff to help him with the swag. Help him with the swag. He needs new swag.
Okay.
He needs new swag. And so Uncle Mosh is in the chat saying that we should make another show on our network talking about swag purchases. Yeah, Aaron called it Swag Shopping Network.
Shopping with Swaggy J.
Shopping with swag. And I'm all about it.
I like that.
I'm all about it.
You
yeah.
could do an
could do,
entire episode on the new draft hat that hasn't come out
I
yet.
know,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I know, right?
Deal of the week.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The best old school stuff out there. You could review what is that place where you go and you buy stuff all the time?
eBay?
eBay, yeah.
eBay, yeah. Uh-huh.
America,
eBay.
go to the eBay right now.
That's right.
America, go to the YouTube right now.
That's right.
Hey, you know what?
That's right. And Ramon says that I'm going to have all the Mariota stuff.
Oh, you already do. You've already started.
You could even sell stuff like you could do like this.
I ain't going to sell. I ain't going to get rid of none of
your old stuff. You know,
my former fandom.
Yeah, your former fandom. I can name about 6 colleges that you used to like.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, speaking of swag,
yes.
Speaking of swag, I have an announcement.
Okay.
Oh, this is cool, Mosh. This is cool.
I have a logo.
He's got a logo. He's got his own logo.
I have a logo because Murf has one and Uncle Mosh has one.
In fact,
and
let's go to Mosh. He's got his on his shirt.
That's right.
There's Mosh's logo there. He's got the hair and the beard and the skull inside the shield.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And you guys know. Oh, he's teasing.
No,
and
just
then
a little tease.
Then you guys know the Murf Fan Cave logo. There it is. There. That's that metal sign there.
Yes.
Courtesy of Ron the Materator. That's
Absolutely.
a 3-layered aluminum sign. It's freaking awesome. Thank you, Ron.
Yes.
And so now Swaggo, you got your own.
Well, Mojo hooked me up with DC4L custom tees.
Okay.
So shout out to them. Much respect to them. But check out the new Swag Jeff logo.
Look at that, dude.
That is so awesome.
That's legit, man.
Oh, dude.
That thing's legit.
And I've already ordered about like $100 worth of that. Yeah, we got T-shirts coming. We've got stickers. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
What about patches?
No patches yet, but we're working.
That's cool, dude.
We're working on it.
That's
Yeah,
super cool.
Super sweet.
Super cool.
I love it.
All right, good deal. So, so let's jump back into the respect segment. Got a couple more to go through. I want to give respect to the Raiders. I'm going to give respect to Mark Davis and the Raiders as a whole. And why is because as we all are dealing with the What? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Aaron's throwing shade at Cody. Cody's in the chat right now. What's up, Cody?
Oh, what's up, Cody?
What's up, Cody? You the man, brother.
Hey, let me.
Hey, so Aaron said that Cody can come on the Swag Shopping Network and do a consignment and hand me down stuff.
Oh,
that's awesome.
We love you, Cody, man. Hey, and so I'm going to be on the Raider Cody show this weekend for the new.
Are you? Oh,
yeah. So
nice.
he and I are going to get together on Friday, and I can announce that freely on this show because he can't steal me. So kidding, jokes, Cody. No, but I'm looking forward to joining Cody on his podcast. Yeah, we're going to do a little interview, and I'll be on the next episode of the Raider Cody show. So hey, listen, and Cody, listen. I think I told you guys about this. Like, Cody didn't. First of all, he didn't have to go on the chat. Second of all, he didn't have to like reach out to me and have a discussion.
He's legit, dude.
He freaking hit up Twitter and he was like, "Hey, check out my buddy Murf." Like one night he was like, "Hey, you guys need to follow him if you're not following." I woke up the next day with like 500 extra Twitter followers.
That's amazing.
Because
Cody.
Seriously, like I'm telling you, Cody's a freaking the nicest guy. Like, so yeah, so. Anything.
And he takes a joke pretty well, too, because we give him crap.
Hey,
my gosh, yeah.
He's just like we do to each other, right? We're going to give each other crap. And so anyway, so yeah, so hope, be kind to our buddy Cody in there, man.
Hey, did you see that? He said your best friend's going to be on there.
What?
Darren Waller will be opening up for Murf.
No way.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Deal.
Thanks. That's awesome, right?
That's your best
He's
bro.
about to fangirl over here.
I know. I'm freaking out. I'm going to start getting chills. While we're on the break, I'm going to bring up the picture of me and Darren together when we became best friends. All right. First, before that. So much respect to the Raiders and Mark Davis. Yesterday, meaning, I don't know, Monday, Mark Davis and the Raiders donated $1 million to COVID-19 response, relief, and recovery task force. The funds will purchase personal protective equipment, surgical and respirator masks, medical gloves, medical gowns. The Nevada task force has raised $10 million in the first week alone. So congratulations to the Raiders for their efforts. Thank you to the Raiders for their efforts, and much, much respect to the Raiders for their efforts. All right, I got one more for you in the respect segment. Mosh, we talked last week. We had a fun story about the folks that named their child Raider. And we were like, wow, that's really cool. And like, we talked to you about the story behind you naming your daughter Stephanie, her middle name Angelina, and whatnot. And so our buddy Raider Roo in Utah, sent us this message.
It's where my daughter was born.
Cool. There you go. So Raider Roo says, so much respect, Raider Roo. I was listening to the show at work. Yes, Uncle Mosh on my forklift. And you brought up the couple that named their child Raider. It's made me want to share. My youngest son, I have 6.
Nice.
His middle name is Raider. He is Jax Raider.
Nice.
Yeah, that's super cool.
How cool.
Total
awesome.
respect. Respect.
Yeah, much respect to you, Raider-Roo, and appreciate you. All right, Swaggo, let's jump into the next bit we got here, which is
the tweet of the week.
We got a tweet of the week, and then after the tweet of the week, Mosh, I didn't have it on the thing there. Let's jump into a audio break there before we get into the next segment. Go ahead, take it away, Swaggo.
Absolutely. So the tweet of the week this week comes from our friend, our brother, Mojo. Mojo tweeted, it only took 21 years to be authorized to rock Raiders gear and uniform. No complaints here.
Look at that. That's legit. That's Mojo in his United States Navy uniform rocking his Raider face mask. Dude, that is
That's
like,
money.
Mosh,
dude.
as a former military man,
I love it.
Speak to us how strict they are about uniform. Like, you can't just... That's not something that's taken lightly,
uniform.
right?
No. You don't change it. Everybody looks the same. You know, you got if on that picture when you go to his tweet, and everybody should go to his tweet because they're hilarious and there's all kinds of good info on them. But when he's in uniform, you'll notice that things are properly placed. You don't alter your uniform. You just don't do it. There's certain places where things have to go. So for them to allow them to wear masks of their own choosing, and his choice, of course, is a Raider mask. hey, I expect no less from Mojo.
Yeah, that's super cool, man. That is such a great picture. And so much respect always to you, Mojo, for doing what you do when you go to work every day. And yeah, that's such a great picture. So congrats on the tweet of the week.
Vegas! Vegas, baby! Vegas!
Hey, what's up? It's Brockman from The Rich Eisen Show.
And it's Del Tufo from The Rich Eisen Show.
You're listening to Murf and Mosh on Raiders Fan Radio. Yes!
And now for something completely different.
All right, so there I'm showing a picture of me and Darren Waller. This was after the game in Detroit this last year. Darren Waller was like the nicest guy. Came out and hung out with a lot of us fans and spent time taking pictures, signing autographs, all that good stuff. So super, super cool. So I'm very flattered to be on the same episode of the Raider Cody pod show or podcast that Darren Waller is. That's cool. Okay, so here's this is a pretty wild story. And I'm going to throw this one to Mosh big time because I cannot wait to hear what his take is on this stuff. So this week, Rex Ryan, famous Ryan brother, Mosh is, for those of you that don't know, Rob Ryan looks incredibly similar to Uncle Mosh. Like they are literally doppelgangers, especially when Mosh has his hair grown out. He and Rex's brother.
I have a photo if you want to see.
Yeah, bring it up there. So let me go to your camera.
I was at a hockey game. I was at a Nashville Predators game and ran into Rob and Rex Ryan.
All right, so there's Jeff.
There's me, Rex Ryan, and Uncle Mosh.
All right, so let me flip the camera back and forth. So get Rob up there real close, Jeff. Get Rob, like move to the yeah. Okay, so there's Rob, there's Mosh. There's Rob, there's Mosh. Do your hair, Mosh. Do your hair. Look at Mosh when he gets his hair out. Look at Rob and Mosh. It's crazy how much you guys look alike. Anyway, so Rex Ryan came out this week. Amari Cooper signed the big contract with the Cowboys. He signed the $100 million contract, whatever, $25 million a year, whatever craziness it is. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Amari Cooper and some stats here in a minute. But before we get to that, Rex got on there and he was pretty critical. He was pretty critical of the Cowboys and what their behavior was in that contract signing. And, you know, here's what he had to say.
Well, I agree with Dan on the fact that I wouldn't have paid this guy. To me, this is the biggest disappearing act in the National Football League. He doesn't show up on the road. He doesn't show up against, when the competition's good, when he's against the top corners, that guy disappears. And to me, he reminds me, it's only one time that I can remember in recent memory on elite receivers and disappearing acts like Amari Cooper. That was the kid that the Raiders had a few years ago. Oh, that's right. That was Amari Cooper. This is who he is. And Dan, he doesn't love football. Hell with it. He stops his routes. He does all this. I wouldn't have paid this turd. No way in hell. All right. No way in hell would I have paid this guy. To me, you pay Dak Prescott. Forget all those numbers. That, you know, they're number one in the league because of Dak Prescott, not because of this guy. It's a deep draft at receiver. They made a huge mistake right here.
All right, so, you know, I don't think his criticism of Amari Cooper is necessarily unfair, and we're going to get into some stats in a minute, but I want to throw it to Mosh because Rex Ryan came out like within the same day and apologized for using the word turd, and I know this term has been thrown around at different times, and Mosh being a former coach and career coach, what do you think about something like that, about calling a kid a turd?
Okay. First of all, he's not a kid. He's a professional athlete. There's a big difference. Okay?
Okay.
So if I were to ask you if a person is regarded as obnoxious or contemptible, would it have been better if he said, I wouldn't have paid this guy. He's obnoxious and contemptible. I would have gone ahead and given the money. Okay? So is he going to come out and is he going to apologize for saying he's obnoxious and contemptible? No. But if you look up the definition of turd,
yeah,
a person who is regarded as obnoxious or contemptible.
No kidding.
Yes. So why not just shorten your words? You got to shorten your words.
We're running out of time. My life is running out of lifespan.
Unlike Thomas Mobley, who came out and said about Captain Brett Kosher, okay, the commander for the USS Theodore Roosevelt, is that guy too naive or too stupid? That deserves an apology. Okay? That should have never happened. That jackass ended up getting fired.
Right. Yeah.
And deservedly so because what Kosher was doing was sticking up for his men. That's what a coach, that's what a leader, that's what a person does. Okay? He calls a spade. And Thomas Motley's an idiot. Okay? Ryan's not an idiot. He called it like he saw it, right? The guy's obnoxious and he's contemptible. He's a turd. Sorry.
Dig it.
No apology necessary.
Ooh, dig it. Good job, Mosh. Give yourself the applause button on that one. That's right. The Mosh is irreplaceable right there, folks. Oh, good stuff, Mosh. Dig it. Dig it. I'm with you, man. You know, in this PC world that we're living in, man, like, you know, people interpret different things different ways. And look, I don't know. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But so let's get into the actuality of it. So why would he be referred to in that way? Well, we're getting ready to tell you. So, you know, we've, I think, been at times on this show Derek Carr apologists. I think that we've been Derek Carr promoters. I think that we've had the guys back and still will. Like, as long as he's wearing silver and black, he will be our quarterback and he'll be our favorite quarterback until the day that he's not donning those colors. Just like Amari Cooper was one of our favorite wide receivers. Khalil Mack was one of our favorite edge rushers. Like, we will support those guys until the day that they are not Raiders. So, but we are also, I think, fairly critical at times about some of the numbers and some of the scenarios that don't play as well to different players. And again, Derek Carr being on the receiving end of a lot of that. So here's why I said all that. We've got some stats for you in terms of what Amari Cooper and his performance that led to this criticism from Rex Ryan, what did that do to Derek Carr? What did that create in terms of Derek Carr? So the Raiders, Mosh, check this out. They have dropped 216 passes from Derek Carr in his career. This is according to Sports Radar, at Sports Radar. That is the most in the NFL in that span. It's gotten better of late, falling from 7% of the passes dropped in his first 4 years to 5.4 passes of the past 2 years. That's the 10th highest rate of 41 qualifying quarterbacks in that span. So even if you didn't follow me on all the numbers on that, just know this. That's an incredibly high number that Derek Carr is faced with. And not only are you dealing with a lower completion percentage because people are dropping passes, but you're stopping drives. How many of those are on third down? How many of those could have been touchdowns?
Right.
How many, what's the after effect? What's the opportunity cost there for these guys dropping those passes?
And Murf, that's not being a Carr apologist. That's just looking at the freaking numbers and saying what it is.
Absolutely.
That's what they are.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And so, look, we've at times been critical Carr, and I've got some other numbers that aren't favorable to him, but those ones should be. And that stuff should be considered when we're talking about Derek. And now here's who was the most habitual offender. Uncle Mosh, I'll give you one guess on who the worst dropper of passes were.
Well, I don't like to say his name, but what has he got about, according to Chucktown Raider, about 200 of them?
Yeah, exactly. So Amari Cooper led the NFL with 18 drops in 2015. Heading into the 2018 season, he had the fourth worst drop rate among NFL receivers at, check this number out. You ready for this? 13.62%. Now, we just told you that the 7% in Derek Carr's first 4 years were one of the highest rated numbers, and Amari Cooper doubled that. His average is 13.62%. So that's why he got called a turd, because he drops the freaking ball all the time. The other thing, Swaggo, give us the percentage of games that he was held less to 30 yards in terms of highest paid receivers.
Yeah, so Amari sits at the top of that list. Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill, Julio Jones, Odell Beckham Jr., and Michael Thomas. Amari sits at 31% of his games he's been held to less than 30 yards. Next is Tyreek Hill at 19%. Julio Jones goes to 8%, and so on and so forth. But 31% of his games, you think that guy's worth $100 million?
So a third of the season is what? Rough math, 16 divided by 3 is what?
It's 5 1/3.
Okay, so 5 1/3. So for 5 games and 3/4, this guy is held to less than 30 yards receiving.
Look,
unbelievable.
Baseball is the only thing where where if you only strike out a third of the times, it's good.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because nobody's ever hit 700, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever hit 700. But the point is, this ain't baseball, okay? It's this ain't baseball.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And so to finish it off, here's the thing. Again, it leads to a bad look for Derek. And not apologizing for him. And in fact, I've been more critical of him than positive on him as of late. And I think that just comes because we're all frustrated. And so we want the W's to be bigger than the L's, right? When we look at Derek, so what does this lead to? When you got guys dropping passes all over the place. His rank in scoring for 6 years with Derek Carr, or the Raiders' rank in scoring for 6 years with Derek Carr, that quarterback, 28th in the league. Okay? 32 teams, and over Derek Carr's career, we ranked 28th. The Raiders' rank in scoring the previous 6 seasons. So we're talking about Jamarcus Russell, Bruce Gradkowski, Jason Campbell, Carson Palmer, Terrell Pryor, and Matt McGloin. Mosh, do you want to guess at where the Raiders ranked in scoring with all of those guys combined? Derek Carr ranks 28. Where do all those guys combined rank?
Bottom third?
28. It's the same
number.
It's the exact same. So that's what it leads to for Derek. That's the detriment to Derek Carr's career. Now, how much of that can you pin on Derek? I'll give you one more thing, and then we're going to get out of here and get on to the next segment. In Derek Carr's career, well, you know what, Swaggo? You give it. I've talked enough in this segment. Give us that last number on Carr in his career passer rating in the red zone.
I don't think I have that.
You got it? Okay. I got it here. So Carr's career passer rating in the red zone is below the league average at 90.6. The league average is 92.7 for whatever that's worth. But he's got 10 turnovers in the red zone, and that is 6th most in the NFL since 2014. Well, what leads to turnovers, right? Drop passes, tipped balls, whatever. And so I think that, yes, Derek owns a lot of this. Derek is responsible for a lot of this. But, man, we got to look at the players that are around him, and especially on what players like Amari Cooper, what kind of impact that had on poor Derek Carr. Not poor Derek Carr, but you know what I mean. Mosh, let's hit a break, and then let's jump into the Raiders and pop culture.
Uncle Mosh, you're the smartest man alive.
Yes, he is.
You're listening to The Violator, and I'm live on Raider Fan Radio. Where you at, baby?
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Is Q-Dog in the chat?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L. It ain't furl.
All right, appreciate it. Hey, shout him out, Swaggo. Who do we got in the chat tonight?
Yeah, we got the Full Metal Mexican, Mojo's Pod Show, Raider Born Rico, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Full Metal Mexican, Chucktown Raider. We had Raider Cody in there for a little while. I don't know if he's still in there.
Fabricator Gil,
Raider Ramon. We've got everybody in here. There's like 53 people watching this.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Appreciate all of you joining us live, and definitely check us out afterwards on the YouTubes and on the audio-only podcast. So a couple of comments in there. Raider Jeff, man, I appreciate you. He says, I'm disappointed in Murf. He has completely turned his back on Derek Carr.
No, you haven't.
Oh, I haven't. I'm not. I'm really not.
I would be all over your ass if you had.
Yes, sir, you would.
Yes, you would. Because it's our quarterback, regardless. You're just, and we have had this conversation ad nauseum, and I'm not sticking up for you because I'm a Murf bootlicker, but I'm just saying that, we have, I'm all in on Carr, and you're saying that, hey, if he goes, he goes. We got to push him, but you haven't deserted our quarterback, so.
No,
that's not it. If Carr comes out and he wins that position and he does a good job, then he does a good job, and he's our quarterback. If he needs to be replaced, he needs to be replaced. You got a broken arm, you got to set it. So.
Amen. Thank you, Mosh. Appreciate that. And
don't ever say nothing bad about number 4 again. I'll kick your ass.
Hey, man, we're Raiders fans. That's it. First, you know what I mean?
There you go.
Never going to.
First and foremost.
Period. That's right. Okay, so speaking of being Raiders fans, we love it when the Raiders show up in things that aren't Raidery or football-y. We love it when they show up in pop culture, when they show up on, movies, in music videos, art, and in this case, a TV show, which happens quite frequently. We get to hear about the Raiders in pop culture on television shows. And I'm not a big Simpsons guy. Are either one of you guys Simpsons guys?
I've never watched an episode.
Yeah, I'm not me not much, but this was sent to us by our buddy Raider Al. He is at Raider_Al on Twitter, and it's pretty good. So this was season 10, episode 12 of The Simpsons, and this must have come out, I guess, before we settled on the Vegas move, because it's pretty funny. It's kind of about the nomadic nature of the Raiders.
I don't want to be a panicky Pete, but it's Sunday and I haven't been to church yet.
No problem. The NFL's got you covered.
And that the wandering Oakland Raiders may someday find a home. Lord, hear our prayer. Can I get an amen to that?
Amen.
So what's funny about that, Mosh, is the guy from your era. That's Rosie Greer playing the preacher there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
They get a lot of like real live people, right?
I think so. Yeah,
and their cartoon characters are those people.
Yes.
I tuned in. No. I'm sorry. I'm getting The Simpsons mixed up with South Park.
Oh,
see, that's how much I don't watch adult cartoons. It was South Park. I tuned in one time because for those of you that don't know, I'm a theater teacher, and the guys that wrote South Park also wrote the Book of Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so when the Book of Mormon got popular, my kids are like, oh, no, you got to check out South Park. And I'm like, okay, but it's stupid. And like, no, turn it on. So I turn it on, and there was a talking turd, and I guess that's Little Turdy or something. I don't know. It wasn't Amari Cooper, but it was a turd talking to Jesus. And I'm like, let's see.
Like,
There's a Golden Girls Lifetime Networks marathon. And I'm like, I don't know what it.
Me too. I don't.
So I lumped those all together. The Simpsons and what was the guy, Hank Hill? He was
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Family Guy.
I've never seen any of them. There's one with a kid with a big head and a talking dog. I haven't seen that one either.
Oh, that's Family Guy.
Yeah.
Now that one's funny. That's the one that there's a cut up of a bunch of Family Guy episodes that are the Italian references. That's pretty funny. Where it's like they got the Italians looking at
you showed me that.
Yeah, the eye chart. And it's just a bunch of A's and O's, and he's like, cover your right eye. And what do you read? He goes, hey, hey, That's pretty funny. But I'm with you. I don't watch a lot of those cartoons. What's the American Dad? And like, I don't watch any of that stuff. But anyways, appreciate Al. Appreciate Raider Al. Appreciate you sending that our way. And all right, one more, and then we're gonna get into the Sea of Fans mailbag. And man, this has been a lot of fun already, and appreciate you hanging in with us tonight. All right, so we've talked a lot about Will Compton on this show. We're still efforting, and in fact, Cody's who has had Will on his show is working with us on that too. And we're going to hope to have Will in soon. Around here it's been crazy. We had before even the pandemic, we had tornadoes and all this craziness, and so it's been kind of nutty around the Middle Tennessee.
Supposed to get nuts again tonight.
Is it going to get nuts again tonight?
Yeah, there's a big squall. So those of you that are east of us,
okay,
it's down south and east of us. It's coming through.
It's bananas, man. So anyways, but we'll link up with Will at some point. We still remain fans of his and fans of their podcast. And when I say there, it is him and left tackle for the Tennessee Titans, Taylor Lewan, and their podcast, Bussin' with the Boys. And they've had a run of Raiders. So they've had Darren Waller on there. They've had Alec Ingold on there. It's been a very Raider-centric, theme for them because Will obviously was in the locker room with those guys this last year. Well, they were supposed to have Max Crosby. Max. They're supposed to have Max Crosby on, and apparently Max kind of ghosted him and didn't show up for some appearances.
No.
Oh, yeah. So they called him out on their podcast, and this is podcast called. This is why if you're not listening to Bussin' with the Boys, if you're not for the boys, be for the boys. These guys are freaking great. And so check this out and how they're calling out Mosh. They call out Max Crosby.
You know who, I'm actually happy you said people that rock our stuff. Someone that rocks our stuff but is a major letdown in our lives, Max Crosby.
Yeah, I tell you what, don't get me started on Max Crosby.
Turn that hat around, Max.
Yeah, dude, he's always wearing the hat, and it's always backwards. Number one, you come into the Raiders locker room, and he says, "Oh, this guy's famous. He does a podcast." Blah blah blah. Blah.
He knows all about the boys.
He's
man.
all about the boys. He actually likes our podcast.
He really does.
He has an opportunity to sit in our 70s couch and talk a little shop. Nowhere to be seen. You know where else he is nowhere to be seen? Titans versus Raiders.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys won a very competitive football game.
I'm talking about how you said to give him $500 per sack. He's a rookie, 4th round pick. That dude could use that money. I didn't see a lot of effort out of the white guy.
Hey, Max, hey, you need to be on the bus. So you're going to defend
yourself, Max.
Yeah.
Defend yourself.
He's committed to the pod twice and turned me down both times.
What was the other time?
Last minute, too. He was going to come, I think, right before the Super Bowl.
Really?
I think when we banged a few out. Who did we do then at that time frame? We did like 4 or 5, I think.
Alec?
Yeah. Alec. He was supposed to come with Alec. And he didn't come. Said, he's got all the Super Bowl stuff, which I understood. Hey, do your thing. But then this last time, he fully, hey, we saw it for next Monday, which was yesterday for us. And he backed out again. Did you see our text exchange?
Yeah, I did see it on Twitter.
God, yeah. See,
I did on Twitter. Many tweets today. There's so many tweets.
You know why he didn't make it?
Because he's dating that girl?
No. He was on Cody's show.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Raider. Cody took it from the Bussin with the boys. He took it from his fellow Raider teammate. I love that.
Yeah,
you go, Cody.
And he learned from Will Compton how to ghost people.
Oh.
Because that's what he's doing to us.
Yeah,
Will, come on,
Gotta
dude.
hit us too. Yeah, that's right. Oh, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Too funny. Hey, so that's funny though, man. Taylor taking a run at freaking.
Holy cow.
So that's Taylor Lewan that took a run.
Are we playing them this year?
No,
we don't have them
we're
this
off
year.
this year.
It's the first year in like 4 or 5 years.
4 years.
Yeah,
because we did 3 in a row here in Nashville, and then last year in Oakland. Yeah. Anyways, but that good stuff there from those guys. So good stuff, and look forward to one of these days getting Will on our show. Mosh, let's go to see fans.
There he is, fading, looking. He's under the gun. He's caught. He's thrown. It is.
What do you got, Jeff? Shout him out there.
Well, Cody's still in the chat. He said, Mosh, I'm about to send you a mean email.
Hey, Cody, if you're still listening, just wrap that email in about 8 dozen donuts, and I'll be happy to take it.
Well, yeah.
Appreciate Cody jumping in there in the chat, man. You're the best, dude. Swagga, who else is in there?
Yeah, we got Raider Ramon, Raider Bone Rico, Full Metal Mexican, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Mojo, Chucktown Raider, Chevy Silver Raider, Grimy Raider. We got everyone in here, man.
Awesome. Good stuff. Appreciate you joining us. You can join us each and every week, youtube.com/Murf's Fan Cave. All right, so if you don't join us in the chat, you can contact us in 2 different ways, and that is via email. You can email us, show@RaidersFanRadio.com. What a concept, show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or you can call us, 909-345-3346. If you leave us a voicemail and we play it on the show 3 times, we refer to you as a made man or a made woman. But first, we're going to kick off with the emails. And Uncle Mosh, who do you got starting off tonight?
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Daniel Mangus from Fremont, California.
What's up, Daniel?
First off, I want to say I'm so sick of this quarantine. What I wouldn't do to be able to go out and grab a beer from the bar or just soak up some sun. I also miss sports. The hockey playoffs would be starting in 4 days. And even though my San Jose Sharks...
Oh! We're Preds guys around here.
Even though they're not making it, I would still like to watch. And I'm missing the Oakland A's start their title run. Yeah. I agree with that one. At least it looks like... Whoops, sorry. At least it looks like I'll be on the schedule. Football will be on the schedule to start in August, and that's good. Last thing. Vinny, I think it's so cool that Madden is your favorite Raider. That's a great choice. Thanks all for me. Stay safe, everyone. Twin out. Yours truly, Daniel Mangus, Fremont, California. Proud made man, diehard Raider, A's, and Sharks fan.
Nice.
Thanks for the shout out to my little great nephew, the Vinster.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Daniel Mangus. And yeah, man, dude, I'm a Mosh and I wouldn't say we're casual hockey fans. We love our Nashville Predators. We love the sport. But neither one of us are nearly as passionate as Swago is over there.
Yes.
About NHL hockey and the Predators. And man, we were just talking about it before the show tonight. Like the playoffs would be starting today, and the Nashville Predators would be in the eighth spot,
we have
right?
the second wild card spot right now, and because we won the game the day before the quarantine began.
And we made a heck of we changed our coach in midseason, unheard of, and made it so worked. We did an absolute complete turnaround, man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And so, hey, real quick. So they're in the chat. Daniel's in there. Appreciate you, Daniel. And he says, Murf, you disappointed me as a San Jose native, that you're a Predators fan. Well, let me tell you. So I did not grow up a hockey fan. The Sharks did not exist when I was growing up. I grew up in a Raiders fan, an A's fan, a Warriors fan, and really didn't even have a college rooting interest. Those were my three teams, definitely. And so the Sharks became a thing when I was an old teenager, like I was 18 or 19, something like that. And
mine was the Seals.
Right,
That's
absolutely,
how long
yeah.
hockey was for me, man.
Yeah, and so I loved the Sharks when they started, but I didn't have like a lifelong fandom of the sport, and it was really tough to get to a game back then and all that. But I did, I supported them, and then shortly after that, I like a few years after that, I moved away, and then since now I've been in Nashville. I've been in Nashville for almost 21 years, or outside of Nashville, and so I support the local team. Like I got here around the same time the Predators did, and since I didn't have like a long-standing rooting interest, I'm like, I root for the home team, man. So I didn't carry my Sharks fandom with me. I still have a Sharks jersey downstairs, like a thing that I bought way back in the day. But it's been a long time since I've lived in San Jose, so I hope that makes any kind of sense to you. Is that I didn't have like the Raiders. I've been a Raider fan since I knew the Raiders were a thing. Like I was well into my adult years, or at least elder teenage years, when the Sharks came into existence, and it was a sport that I wasn't really all that familiar with to begin with.
I got into hockey in probably the late '80s, and I went to a minor league hockey game. Like AAA, Des Moines, Iowa. When I was living in the Midwest, when I was living in Iowa, had a team called the Des Moines Bucks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they were like, those of us that remember before the Preds came to Nashville, the Nashville Knights, those AAA guys, man, they'll fight in a second, man. They're harder. They're trying to make it to the bigs, man.
Yes.
It's like baseball. There's no better ball than AAA ball, man. Those guys are, they're stealing home. They're diving into first. And it was so cool. So we go to this dilapidated arena in Des Moines, right? You could pay $8 and sit on the glass.
Oh, nice.
And they was fighting, and I'm like, this is the greatest game ever. And I kept noticing all these like hockey harlots. And they all had like 99 cent on their shirt. And I was like, and they'd be wearing high heels to like hockey games and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, finally I leaned to this old guy next to me, and I go, what's the deal with these girls with 99 cent? And he starts laughing, and he goes, oh, that's where I learned the term hockey harlot. And I go, what's a hockey harlot? And he goes, well, here in Des Moines, because we're the Bucks, he goes, those are 99 centers because they're always under $1.
Nice.
And I'm like, yeah, sex and violence, man, it all sells.
Oh man, that's too funny.
Hey,
man.
fellas, it's been a long while since I've been in touch, but I've been keeping up with I've been keeping up to date with the shows, which is always a top notch and the best out there. Not much happening in the football world. Would rather than free agency and news and an extra playoff team. Talking about free agency, I'm really pleased and optimistic about our signings so far. I think Littleton, Kwiatkowski, and Collins are all superb signings, which Collins potentially being the steal of the bunch. I am also happy that we ended up not agreeing to deal with Apple. As far as I've seen, he's been an average corner at best since being drafted high a few years ago. I think Randall is a much better signing, although I'd have liked to have seen a corner like Drew Kirkpatrick being brought in, as I think we could be doing with a prevent vet corner to add to the roster. I also really like the signing of Nassib. Did I say it right? Nassib.
Carl Nassib.
Nassib. I think Nassib. It's Nassib, right?
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L. Ain't Furl.
I think he'll be very effective situational player that will help bring out the best in other plays like Mad Max and Cleveland.
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L. It ain't Furl.
I think Collins will have a similarly huge effect on other players with his presence in the lineup. We really are shaping up very well ahead of the new season, and if we can pull off another great draft, then we'll be in a great position to come home in a great position this coming season. I hope you're all keeping safe and well in these crazy times. It'll be great to get football season started up on time as planned, but I fear we'll have to wait and see if that happens. The most important thing is our health and well-being throughout, so let's all keep that in mind over these coming weeks and months ahead. Without that, nothing else matters at all. On a personal note, I want to give a shout-out to some of my friends and family in Raider Nation that have supported me over the last few months, which have been really tough for me. I've had to deal with the loss of a mother in February and being diagnosed with a serious lifelong autoimmune disease in the last few weeks. I've been really ill recently and have also fell in very difficult times work-wise, so the support has been well and needed and appreciated. Special thanks go to my good personal friends, Queen Haley of Scotland and Steve McLeod, for being there for me and always reminding me that they've got me in their thoughts. Raider Nation is unique and brings people together to become an instant family. I also want to thank everyone all over the UK and the world that has taken the time to lend me support over the last few months. It's helped me stay strong and focus on the future. There ain't nothing like Raider Nation, not even close. I look forward to my future as well as the future of our beloved team, and all I can think about is the wise words of some very important people. As my pal Stevie said to me, you can keep a good Raider down, and you can't keep a good Raider down, and also the immortal words of Al Davis. The greatness of the Raiders lies in their future. Big thanks to you guys for still pushing on and giving your time and dedication to producing such a top-quality show week in, week out, no matter what's going on around you in your own personal lives. For that, I think I can speak on behalf of all the RFR listeners and say a big thank you to you guys for your commitment to excellence. This is Made Man, one-time Joint Sizzler winner, one-time interviewee of the show, 24-Karat Kev, the cool-ass Raider, reppin' Raider Nation Scotland, the mini Black Hole, Silver and Black UK, and all the worldwide Raider Nation. Peace out. Hopefully, I'll be in the chat room for the next show to say hello.
Awesome.
Nice,
Very
nice.
cool. Appreciate you, 24-Karat Kev. And
praying
man,
for you, brother.
Absolutely, man. Much prayers up for you and the challenges that you're going through, man. We're thinking of you, and Raider Nation's got your back, as you mentioned. That's the beauty of this thing, man. It really is family. So speaking of family, and someone that he mentioned in his email, Swaggo, who do you got next?
Yeah. Hey guys. Hope everyone is well and staying safe. Love the new Rundown show, and as always, RFR Live. Thanks for keeping the shows coming during such an uncertain time. Definitely helping take my mind off of what's going on and also making the work from home a day more interesting. Looking forward to the draft. It's a shame we won't be able to have the usual event, but glad it's going ahead in some format. I don't have a clue how we're going to play this one. No one expected Farrell in the first round last year, so who knows who we have our eyes on. That's half the excitement, though, isn't it? I do like CeeDee Lamb, and if he's available at 12, I would like for us to go get him. Easter weekend is coming up, and with lockdown in full swing, I plan to binge watch reruns of Raider games and bring some football back into my life. I've recently moved in with my Texans-loving boyfriend, so I can imagine that I'll be fighting for control over the Game Pass. Should it be required, I'll just bring up the Hopkins trade and send him away to the corner crying. Hope Raider Nation is staying safe. Wishing health on all of you and your families and friends. Raider Nation for life. Hopefully when there's some normality in the world and football season is up and running, I'll see some of you folks in Vegas. Queen Haley.
Awesome.
Yeah, the
Good
first
stuff,
and only
Haley.
made woman, Queen Haley.
That's right. Much respect to Queen Haley of Scotland. And, you you got that Texans boyfriend, so let me give you 2 games I would recommend watching. Number 1, the Divine Interception, where Michael Huff picks off that job in the end zone for the Raiders to win with only 10 men on the field the day after Al Davis passes away. And how about the 1967 AFL Championship game when we absolutely destroyed the Houston Oilers? That'd be a good one too.
Yeah.
And so appreciate you, Queen Haley. Appreciate your support of the show as always. Okay,
I think you got one, right?
Yeah, I got one here, and so I got this because this is a cool one, man. All right, so this is from RPZD Joker. So been looking at the draft and some players I like, and now with Eli Apple not being a Raider, I've been working this up in my head and did a little research into it. So at number 12, we pick up Kenneth Murray. With number 19, we trade down with Miami and pick up their second round pick, number 39, and we get the 26th pick. With that pick, we pick up either CJ Henderson or Christian Fulton. Then with that number 39 pick, we go ahead and get T. Higgins. So we have a linebacker, a cornerback, and a wide receiver. What do you think about that possibility? Well, I'll tell you this, Joker, appreciate the email. Swaggo and I talked a lot about these kind of up and down scenarios on the rundown. And I think that ultimately there's a huge deficit for us now at cornerback. And with being elite talent on the board still at 12, Jeff brought up the point earlier tonight on the RFR rundown. If CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy is around at 12, you got to get him. But outside of that, it wouldn't surprise us one bit if we took one of those players at 12 in terms of the corners that you're mentioning. Now, I don't see the Raiders necessarily moving around, not to say that it wouldn't happen, but I think ultimately we're going to find that we're going to see cornerback and wide receiver. Now that we've addressed linebacker heavily, I don't think they're going to go offensive line. I think that's more reserved for the third. I think you're going to see corner and wide receiver. But all that said, just like Haley mentioned, we don't know, man. You never know. You never know where this thing is going to go. I do know this, and this is Mosh's sentiment and has been the whole time. Wherever it goes, I trust it because I trust Mike Maaaaaxx. He's been the freaking man and given us no reason to doubt that in any way. So appreciate your email. And Guy, either one of you want to tag on anything on that before we get to the last one? This is the stuff Mosh loves. So if you want to hear, hey, listen, we get into it heavy on the RFR rundown, and please check that out on the Murf Fan Cave feed. I think you'll like it.
Good evening, fellas. Hope all's well and everybody is staying safe. It's been a little quiet this week in the build-up to the virtual draft, but there was a few things I wanted to mention. However, I have some information for you, and I didn't want to take up too much of your time, so I'll keep my draft thoughts until next week. So, here's my info. Last week, Fabricator Gill was awarded the BRT Sizzler on the same night that he became a made man.
Oh, cool.
The question was asked, how many times has that happened? Was it once? Was it twice? Well, I can tell you exactly. There have been 55 BRT Sizzlers awarded, and the made man BRT Sizzler double has happened 5 times.
Oh.
Episode 111 was a double award given to Eye Patch and Kevin the Raider Nerd on the same night Kevin the Raider Nerd became a made man.
Whoa.
Episode 133, Chucktown Raider became the second to achieve it. Episode 144, Raider Ramon picked up this honor.
Wow.
Episode 157, Pirate 1975 got it. And then, last week, episode 162, Fabricator Gill became the latest.
Wow, so that's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
Right on, Paul.
Now, the easiest part of that research was going through the old shows to check my numbers. The hardest part was convincing my family that that's what I was doing for a few hours on my own in the spare room with the internet on.
That's amazing. Paul, I'm assuming this is Paul. That's the funniest. Oh my gosh.
Seriously though, Raider Nation, go back and watch some of the old shows. They are hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Particularly the Tailgating Too Much, We got to bring that back.
We hadn't done that in a minute.
Q keeps wanting us to do that.
All right, I'm going to make a note right now.
I also found Swag Jeff's first appearance on the June 6th episode last year, episode 131. So there's an anniversary just around the corner. Nostradamus Paul.
Absolutely. So that's your first
that was my
appearance
first
as Swag Jeff,
as
right?
Swag Jeff, yeah.
And Paulie would know.
He sure would, because we were talking about that Jeff, just before the draft last year, that's when we started bringing him in, because it was right here in our backyard, right?
Finally, this week, a shout-out to Raider Ramon for his excellent RFR Mount Rushmore photo that he posted on Twitter. Excellent job, and a new T-shirt idea, perhaps.
Oh, nice.
I also saw a CBS report stating that should training camps go ahead this preseason, Hard Knocks will feature the Chargers and the Rams in a dual program.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe between them they could get one team.
You know, I can't wait to not watch that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to missing it. I can only imagine that the Chargers were chosen to appear first, but the TV executives realized that the viewing figures would only be in the 20s, so they added the Rams to get them to at least 100. Oh, Paulie's on a
fire
roll
tonight, man. Yeah.
Love and best wishes to the RFR family. Stay safe, everybody. His Lordship, Paul Egerton from Shropshire, Mississippi, Paulie Award winner 2019, PRT Sizzler scorekeeper, locked in his room, proud made man, 3-time winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award. Thank you,
nice.
Paul.
Paul! Paul! Paul!
Paul.
Paul!
Paul.
Paul! Paul!
Paul.
Paul! Paul!
Paul.
Paul!
Paul.
Claude! Claude! Claude!
Paul.
Paul! Paul! Paul!
Paul. Your name, Paul?
Hello?
Paul.
Hello?
Paul.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul!
Hi. I'm Paul.
All right, good stuff there from Paul. Appreciate the email, my friend. Yeah, that was funny. He's on fire tonight, and man, he's become the Houston Raiders Steve of RFR.
Yeah,
man.
you're not kidding.
Yeah, he's the historian, man. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that info. And all right, so the other way besides emails to contact our show is via voicemail. You can call us 909-345-3346. If we play your voicemail 3 times on the show, we refer to you as a made man or a made woman. And the leader of that crew is the unparalleled Aaron, the Q-Dog Raider. We call him the Capo. And I didn't even have a chance to listen to his email yet, so we're going to play this. I hope you didn't curse, Aaron. If you did, then apologize to the little ears that might be in the car.
Shout out to your wife, Q.
Yeah.
Greetings, it's your Capo, and the Q-Dog Raider coming to you from the great state of Texas. Don Murf, Consigliere Mosh, Underboss Sonny, Sergeant at Arms, the Big Raider Trucker, he's sizzling, baby. Mojo from the Pod Show, Raider Ramon, Swag Jeff, Nation. There's really not much to talk about this week, but there are a few things that I want to put onto your mind as we go into this draft season. Think about a few things, and stay with me now, because some of these things may seem far-fetched, but really, are they? First thing that comes to my mind is we still need a number 1 wide receiver. And I know everybody's going back and forth. Are we going to draft at 12 and 19 receivers back-to-back? Or we're going to take Justin Herbert at 19? Is Jordan Love coming in at 12? Here's my thing. Why not see if we can draft Ruggs? Because, you know, I'm all in on Ruggs III out of Alabama.
We're getting there.
Getting there. Think about what I'm trying to bring to the table. Let's look a little bit to the east. And when I say look to the east, let's go up to Steelers country. And it's not Steelers nation, nor shall it ever be acknowledged as such. But the Pittsburgh Steelers have an issue, and I think we can solve it for them. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's in the last year of his contract. Now, stay with me. Smith-Schuster, entering the final year of his deal, had a very poor 2019 with only 42 catches for only 552 yards. I mean, he's a USC project. He's a West Coast guy. The Steelers could use more draft capital, and despite his down season, Smith-Schuster should fetch, a second or third round pick. We've got third round picks. This is particularly a deep class in wide receivers. So Pittsburgh, holler at your boy. I mean, I don't want to go over too many retreads. I mean, Des Bryant's still out there, but talk amongst yourselves. The hit list: Mike Leach. Listen, news humor, especially in Mississippi, that's un-effing cool.
Absolutely.
Respect goes out to B-Dog in the Pasture, Haley, the Lady of Darkness, Watts Raider, Sugar Shane, Bobby Wasabi, Raider Homer, Splatterhead Potts Fitz, His Lordship, Paul from Shropshire, Mississippi, Eye Patch, Rev Raider, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Running Bear, Coach Davis, Raider Lim, Raider Cliff, and Ron and Alliance. Rue, and Samoan Raider, RFR. It's really one of the best podcasts. Rue!
Aaron, the Q-Dog Raider, man, bringing it as always. Appreciate you, my friend, and thanks for holding the title. Kind of scared us last week on goodness, man. Yeah, that was that was a little scary there, but I'm glad to hear that you're remaining on as capo, and proud to have you, man. He's one of the best, and it's interesting. So, when you think about, okay, so let me throw this to you, Swaggo, Mr. Because you're pretty well versed on the Antonio Brown saga and all that silliness.
Who?
That guy, 84. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when 84 left Pittsburgh, the onus of the number one wide receiver spot landed square on the shoulders of Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yes.
And underperformed, at least by expectation. Okay. So that would tell us that somebody like he would fit better into a system where he's not the guy, he's second, right? So
maybe.
Okay, same thing. That's true because they had so many quarterback issues.
Yeah, because Ben went down at the beginning of the season. They brought in Rudolph,
and then Duck Hodges or whatever
Duck guy, and then Rudolph came back, and then Myles Garrett hit him in the head with a helmet, and blah blah blah. The whole craziness. Everybody probably had down seasons there. I mean, as far as wide receivers go.
And oddly, you know what I mean? And and look, I know we all can't stand the Steelers around here because we're Raider fans, but if Mike Tomlin didn't pull off one of the better coaching jobs of the season last year, if not in recent history, by making that team competitive to a playoff spot to the end, talk about, anyways. Okay. So that said, could you say that, all right, so Ty Williams, the criticism around him has been the same, that when he was with Keenan Allen in San Diego, and when he wasn't the featured guy, he was a better performer. You could kind of align that a little bit. What if those two guys, if Aaron's calling it, and let's just play hypothetically, if the Raiders were to make a move to bring on Juju Smith-Schuster, which I think is a fun idea, at least to kick around, just to talk about, do you see that as being a 2 and 2A? Or does one of them emerge as a number one guy? Do they alternate roles? How does that play out, Swag?
I don't know. I don't know because the last season that the two lettered at the beginning of the alphabet name that I won't say when he was with the Steelers and Juju was 2. They were kind of 1 and 1A. That last season. Obviously, 84 was better, but I mean Smith-Schuster was coming along big time. So, so I don't know. Is he another guy like Ty Williams that when he has full reins on it is, maybe not
as productive? Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. But maybe having those guys on either side, maybe that could.
That's kind of fun to think about.
It's fun to think about. But then, okay, so you get that. Do you still go and get Ruggs at 19?
Probably. I mean, because you think about that might cost you somebody that's in a final year of a contract.
Yeah.
That's probably a low rounder, or that could be maybe a third, and we got 3 of them.
Yeah.
So could you get,
you could package 2 of them up and say, okay, give it to it.
I don't even think they'd have to do that. They could probably get man. The way that the draft capital works, you could probably get Schuster in the final year of a contract for a 3rd round pick. Is that worth it? Probably. I mean, I don't know. Why not? Bring him in, see what he does the last year before you give him a contract. Why not? I don't know. And then still pull that corner and wide receiver. Now, Mojo doesn't think, Mojo in the chat had shouted it out. He doesn't think we're going to go wide receiver in the 1st round. I don't know, man. We'll see. Was it wide receiver or a corner he said in there? I saw it came through. We got the chat is freaking awesome tonight. You guys are on fire, so it's scrolling really fast. But I think I saw one of those positions because I think it's going to be one of each. And he said, I don't think it's going to be either one of those. So interesting there. All right.
I don't trust him.
You don't trust because he's a Steeler?
I don't trust the Steelers.
You never trust a Steeler.
I never trust a Steeler.
No.
Sorry. So that name that Jeff can't say.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the first two letters of the alphabet.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the paisan.
Oh.
You know, I'm
The
sorry.
army?
He was
The
a
army?
donkey. He was a donkey.
Donkey?
You know?
Who you talking
yeah,
about?
Alzado.
Oh, that guy.
Sorry.
I thought you were talking about Frank.
I'm talking about I don't say his name. I'm talking about, I don't getting people from our arch rivals. I can't do it. I don't like
You never have.
I just don't like that.
You never have.
I never liked it when I love the intensity that Alzado brought. I just wish it wouldn't have been him.
Right?
You know, he was Orange Crush defense. You
See,
know,
people don't remember that.
They don't remember the 1977 Super Bowl against the Cowboys. You know, they don't remember that. They don't remember that run that they had that year. No, man.
They don't remember, and that's when we should have been there.
Yeah.
Because that's the non-fumble. That's Rob Lytle. Look it up, Raider Nation. That's the reason that, like, old school guys like Mosh, that's why they can't stand. No, I would say can't stand. You appreciate what he did when he was in silver and black, but I have a problem with, like, Romanowski. Like, never, like, Romanowski was a Bronco and a Niner. Like, I'm supposed to, like, fully embrace him as a
Jerry
freaking
Rice.
Come
on, the list goes on and on and on. I just don't trust anybody that we get from Pittsburgh.
Okay, I'm with you.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry. You know, I mean, there was I don't know, somebody in the chat row. Yeah, that would be the ultimate FU to AB. But you know,
AB is his own FU.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Damn
But
idiot.
There's just enough guys out there, man, that want to play the game.
thing.
There's enough young studs out there. I mean, we don't have to go to the freaking
There's a lot of freaking good wide receivers in the draft this year,
Towel
man. There's a ton of
waving
them.
idiot.
We're gonna look. Somebody
This pisses me off.
Either CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, or Ruggs the Third. One of those three guys are going to be available for the Raiders at 12 and or 19.
Seriously.
So
I want Ruggs bad.
I know, and I'm starting. At first, I was like, come on, everybody's in love with the speed, but you know, my Raider is showing, and I'm in love with the speed too. Like,
well, yeah.
give me the guy that's going to be 99 speed, 98 acceleration in Madden. Like,
we gotta move. We gotta move.
Let's go to Alex in Tucson for our first call tonight.
Uncle Mosh, Murf, Swag Jeff. This is Alex Sandoval from Tucson, Arizona. Made man, first person ever to sing on the Raiders fan radio. Yeah. Check the facts.
Are you on that, Paul?
Wait a minute. What was that again? Let's hear that again.
Uncle Mosh, Murf, Swag Jeff. This is Alex Sandoval from Tucson, Arizona. Made man, first person ever to sing on the Raiders fan radio. Yeah.
Oh, the first to sing.
Check the facts. Just calling in today to give my thoughts about.
You were.
What do you mean?
On Monster Mush.
Oh, yeah. Okay, first caller to sing.
Right.
First caller to sing. Absolutely, Alex.
Free agency and how it's gone so far. My thoughts about the quarterback room for the Raiders. Free agency, I feel pretty good about it. I would give it like a B+, which is pretty good. I'm kind of bummed out that we kind of missed out on Darius Slay, Byron Jones, but in the end, we were able to actually get more quality players with the money that we would have given to them. So I'm happy with the way things turned out. Got Corey Littleton, Malik Collins, I believe his name is, defensive tackle. I'm really excited about the quarterback room, and here's why. I just feel like Derek Carr is finally going to get challenged for his spot. He hasn't really had anyone to like challenge him for the starting quarterback position ever, really. I remember when he took it away from Matt Schaub, but aside from that, no one really challenged him, and I kind of just feel like it's the same as like the scene from The Dark Knight, Batman movie. Remember the scene where the Joker kind of breaks the pool stick over his knee, and he throws the stick in the middle of like three men, and he says that they're gonna have tryouts, that there's room for expansion, that they're gonna have tryouts. I feel like that's what Mike Mayock did to Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota. Hopefully things work out well as far as the relationship between the two of them and the team. I think that Marcus Mariota may start this year. That's just what I think. Anyways, have a good day and love the show. Thanks. Bye.
All right, so if y'all allow me to, I like take this one.
Take it.
Go ahead, Batman.
I love the Dark Knight trilogy so much.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that he brought up the Dark Knight in which the Joker takes the pool cue and snaps it and throws it between the two guys.
Was that the first one?
The second one. Yeah, and so the Joker's telling this like he just kills the gang leader, and then the two guys that are left, he says this.
Now, our operation is small, but there's a lot of potential for aggressive expansion. So which of you fine gentlemen would like to join our team? Oh, there's only one spot open right now, so we're gonna have tryouts. Make it fast.
It's so freaking good. And I just love, Alex did a great job. I love that whole idea of like Mike Mayock being like, all right, Derek Carr, all right, Marcus Mariota.
Make
we
it
got
fast.
one spot on our team.
Yep.
We got
Who's it
one
gonna be?
spot. I love it, man. Great job there from Alex in Tucson. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, next up we got Raider Rob in Montana.
Hey, Murf, this is Raider Rob. I'm from Montana. Just want to call and give a shout-out to a guy named Duntoff that has a YouTube channel called Raiders 1967. I highly recommend Raider Nation check it out. He does several videos a week on the headquarters and the stadium. It's just an amazing job he does. He uses his drone and everything else, does a great job, and I hope you guys will check it out. It's great for me because I'm up here in Montana, and being to
Stop
I'll
that.
never
Say
get
that
a
again.
chance to see
Say it again so we can write it down.
All right, backing up here.
1967. I highly recommend Raider Nation
Almost.
check it off. That has a YouTube channel called Raiders 1967. I highly recommend Raider Nation check it out. He does several videos a week on the headquarters and the stadium. It's just an amazing job he does. He uses his drone and everything else, does a great job, and I hope you guys will check it out. It's great for me because I'm up here in Montana, and being to say vet, I'll never get a chance to see the stadium in person. And these videos are really helpful, and I've been following this guy for about a year and a half or more on YouTube. He does an excellent job, and I sent you a message on Facebook as well. Hope you'll check it out and consider giving him a shout-out maybe. All right, thank you. Bye. Go Raider Nation.
All right, appreciate the call there, Raider Rob in Montana. And yeah, glad to give him a shout-out. You just did. There you go, Raider 1967. Check him out on YouTube. All right, we got one more, Mosh. Okay, so this is a great call. It's a long one. And I know this, the voice is vaguely familiar. I know this is someone that's in the chat all the time, but he didn't leave his name. And someone got him after 3 minutes. So we didn't find out exactly who it was. So caller in the 916, call us back. Let us know who you are. And appreciate you calling the show this week.
Yo, what's up, Murf, Swaggy, and the one and only Uncle Mosh. And to my fellow Raider Nation family and Cody's fan cave, I meant Murf's fan cave. What a fan of God Cody is. Everyone wants to be a Raider fan, but you have to have thick skin. So props to him for dropping by the chat room last week. On a serious note, I come to you today with a few things on my mind. I must say, after listening to last week's rundown, you guys brought up a dark time for me in Raider Nation. What can that be? I'm talking about Carson Palmer. We gave up a lot for him, which very much hurt us when McKenzie took over. I know he helped with the cap, but hey, if you really just go back and look at his first draft, which I just had to be one of the worst drafts ever. I know we had no first or second round pick. And I know we ended up trading down a few times, and, we really didn't get a pick.
Okay, so we got it there. Who? Oh,
it's my guy, Ta-da Raider.
Hey, appreciate Ta-da Raider.
Until, matter of fact, it was the last pick of the third round, which Tony Bergstrom, which I believe he's with the Redskins now. Let's see, round 4, Miles Burris, which I feel like he was pretty solid, but, injuries derailed his career. 5th round, Jack Crawford, plays for the Titans now. Wide receiver, Jerron Kreiner. I think he played 1 year, then ended up going to the CFL. Round 6 was Christo Balukudi. I know I botched that, but hey, I tried. He had 16 career tackles and 1 sack. And 7th round, we picked linebacker Nate Stuper, which he's pretty much a journeyman. And just to name a few players that came after the round 3, which 4th and on was Travis Benjamin, Kirk Cousins, Josh Norman went in the 5th, Marvin Jones, George, Oka, Jeremy Lane. But like I said, most of that talent really came from the first round and second rounds. And if you just look at the first and second rounds, it pretty much kind of says itself. Pretty much, it's few names: Stephon Gilmore, Fletcher Cox, Dontario Poe, Bruce Irvin. Even though we ended up getting him, and that it really didn't work out. We got Chandler Jones, Dante Hightower, Russell Wilson went in the 3rd round, which even that's a lot. So
it's a lot of players,
Bobby
man.
Wagner, even Alshon Jeffrey. Like it goes on and on. It's pretty bad. Levante David, we all missed.
Google Voice has claimed you.
Oh my gosh, Tada Raider, appreciate the phone call. As always, my friend, appreciate you reaching out to us here at Raiders Fan Radio. And man, Google Voice got you good there, man.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my gosh.
First time we've heard from Google Voice in a while.
In a long time.
Long time. But hey, you know what? I got something I wanna float out there.
All right.
Tada Raider has called us, he's emailed us, and he's very active in the chat. Uncle Mosh, what do you think?
It might be time. And he's been Googled.
And
he's been Googled, but showed up tonight.
Absolutely.
So and I took a shot at Cody.
And he took a shot at Cody. Love that.
And Cody took a shot back.
Oh, we love that.
Hey, what more can we do for this
what
guy?
What we want? Hey, so we got to say this to you, Tada Raider. Welcome to the crew.
You are a made man. You showed you are part of the family by participation. By chance, a man like yourself should make enemies, then they would become my enemies. Showing you are a friend of Raiders Fan Radio, you have leapt across the line. Friendship is everything. Friendship is more than talent. It is more than the government. It's almost equal to family. Be loyal. Made man, Raider fan. Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, accept this as a gift. And don't ever forget, words can hurt more, but silence can break hearts.
All right, appreciate Tada Raider. And, in the chat, some folks are like saying, hey, what happened to the rules? Well, listen, if you email the show an indefinite amount of times, we can refer to you as a made man. So when you couple your indefinite amount of emails with phone calls and you're in the chat every week, that's legit, man. That earns a spot with the crew, man.
And you got Raider Born Rico saying, bit of a needle, Tada.
Hey, all right. There's a paisan. All right, we love it. So, hey, appreciate all of you in the chat. Swaggo, shout them out tonight before we get out of here.
Yeah, we got Made Man, Tada Raider, Town Business, Oakland Raiders for Life, Pirate 1975, Fabricator Gil, P33TM, 24 Karat Kev, Raider Born Rico. We've got the whole crew in here.
Awesome stuff, man. Appreciate all of you joining us tonight on Murf's Fan Cave. And you can join us each and every week, youtube.com/Murf's Fan Cave. That's MURFS Fan Cave. While you're in there watching the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and appreciate you every week. And we'll be back here next week for episode number 164. And
hey, wait. What? I got stuff to do.
Oh, crap.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I'm way out of format over here. Uncle Mosh.
Out of format. Please. So Daniel Mangus... one of the twins.
It's going to be a new thing. You'll be like, hey, you're out of format.
Hey, you're out of format. And I'm not wrong.
America, go to the YouTube right now.
And you can check it out.
Oh, my God.
So before you sign us off, Daniel Mangus sent us an email. He was talking about his depletion of vitamin D. You know what, Daniel? Quarantine, go outside, okay? We had a nice email from 24 Karat Kev, the cool ass Raider, and then we got into some audios. We had Alex from Tucson, And I love Alex from Tucson because he always says, hey, Uncle Mosh first. And then, but
Yeah,
he did tell us that he was the first person to sing on RFR radio,
Yes.
and then came up with a fantastic analogy for Batman. Anytime you can talk about Batman, it just trips your trigger.
I love it.
Raider Rob in Montana gave us that outstanding YouTube channel that we're all going to subscribe to, Raider 1967. Don't forget, go there, check it out. Mojo said he's already hit the subscribe button.
Nice.
To Da Raider. Okay, he went into the weeds about the draft and drafts in the past, and he got zinged. He got Googled. And then he got made.
Yeah.
And he took a shot at Cody and then took one from Cody. But I'm telling you, Paulie killed me. When Paulie said, doing my research, going through the old shows to check my numbers, the hardest part was convincing my family that that's what I was doing for a few hours on my own in the spare room with the internet on.
That's so funny.
And then he was talking about the Rams and the Chargers having to do double duty so they could get 100. Paulie, my man. Paulie,
nice.
Guess what, buddy? You won it again.
I am the Sizzler.
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 I guess that deserves another one of these. Well, after yours.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we're
Don't get out of format, mister.
No, not out of format.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
The chat's killing me.
Paul, your name Paul?
Paul.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Congratulations to Paul on the Sizzler Award. I apologize for being out of format and skipping the Sizzler there at the end. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so I appreciate all of you joining us tonight. And late breaking news, DeAndre Washington heads to the Kansas City Chiefs. That means that your last remaining Oakland Raiders before the John Gruden, Mike Mayock era are Derek Carr, Rodney Hudson, Gabe Jackson, Jalen Richard, Nicholas Morrow, Markel Lee, and Eric Harris. Those are the last ones. Now with DeAndre Washington heading to KC and those awful uniforms. Appreciate Uncle Mosh tonight. Appreciate Swaggo. Appreciate everyone joining us in the chat. Swaggo.
Yeah, we got worldwide here, everyone. We got Scotland here. We got the Canary Islands. Raider-born Rico, Pirate 1975, Dakota Raider, Mojo Pod Show, Town Business, Chucktown Raider, Tider Raider. Congratulations, brother. Fabricator Gil. We got the whole crew. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Raiders Fan Radio, RFR Live. Uncle Mosh, take us home.
All right. Well, don't forget to check out Mojo's Pod Show and the other stuff that's on the RFR network. Man, we got so much to list. I can't even think of it all.
So many.
Everybody, thank you all for being here tonight. You've been listening to Murf and Swaggy J, and you got your old Uncle Mosh. You've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we've taken a lighter side journey into the dark side. Don't ever forget, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland. Good night, everybody. Be safe. God bless.